Hello guys, it's Dale here with a new weekly trading ideas video for this week starting today, the 24th of July 2023. Before I go into the trading ideas, just a quick note about a sale that will end in a week. And what the sale is all about is that you can get 52% discount on my education and indicator packs. So if you go to my website, which is trader-dale.com, and click this button which says browse courses, then it will take you to this page where you can get my discounted packs. The first one is the Elite pack and focuses on volume profile trading. It includes volume profile video course, my personal trading levels, which you'll be getting every day, and my custom-made volume profile indicators for various trading platforms like NinjaTrader, MetaTrader, or TradingView. There's also a couple of bonuses and extra tech support for all the members. In here, there's a video which you can watch. It will show you everything that's included in the Elite pack. Alright, so that's the Elite pack, which focuses on volume profile trading. And the second pack is called the Oriflow pack, and it focuses on day trading with Oriflow. It includes the Oriflow software, Oriflow trading video course, and also my custom-made volume profile indicators. This pack also includes the special tech support that will install everything for you, set up the trading platform, and set everything up so you can focus on learning how to trade with Oriflow rather than setting everything up yourself. Again, there's a video which you can watch. It will show you everything in detail. So that's about the special sale. And let me now switch over to the charts and show you the trading ideas. The first one is on Euro-Dollar. So this is what you see before you. It is the Euro-Dollar chart, 30-minute time frame. And I'm working with a NinjaTrader 8 platform and my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators. What I want to talk about is those two resistances. The first one is at 1.1179, the second one at 1.1203. Those two resistances are based on this downtrend and on significant volume zones which show within the downtrend. The first one, the first significant volume zone, was actually in here, but it already got tested. The price made a pullback to it, and this was the reaction to it. So this one is already spent, but there's this one, and the price hasn't made a pullback to those yet. So they are still active, they are still good resistances to trade from. And what those volume bumps are telling us is that sellers who are pushing the price downwards were active in those zones and they were adding their short positions there. And those sellers are likely to defend those zones because they are important for them, right? Because they placed a lot of their shorts there. So when there are pullbacks to those zones, there are likely to be reactions as those sellers will want to defend those zones like they did in here. Alright, this is a setup which is called the trend setup. You trade it when there is a trend. What you do is you use this flexible volume profile, which you can move around the chart like this, select specific areas. So what you do is you select the downtrend, or generally speaking, the trend area, and look for those significant zones, and then you trade pullbacks. All right. Now, there's nice confluence with this resistance, and you can see it if you extend the line, because the price reacted here very strongly, which means that it worked as a strong support in the past, right? Because there was a huge reaction. Then the support got breached when the price went past it, and that turned that support into a newly formed resistance, right? And at the same time, we have that volume bump here. So we have price action setup pointing to this level and also volume profile setup pointing to the same level, and that definitely adds strength to it. So what we need to do now is just wait for the pullback, take it from there, then hope for another pullback and take it from there. All right. And by the way, currently there may be forming a new resistance somewhere in this area, because there was a huge heavy volume zone from which strong trend started, strong sell-off started. So this is the beginning of the heavy volume zone, and it could work as a resistance, but still this is too fresh because the price just made that move downwards. What I need to see is more selling activity, so the price would need to go lower, or more price action below this newly formed resistance, because I need to see the market accept the lower prices before trading shorts from there. All right, so this looks like a nice scenario for a short trade, but we need to be patient, wait for some more rotation here, let's say 1 or 2 hours of price action below this zone, and then we can trade shorts from here. Now, if the price turned and went aggressively upwards like this, with a sharp rejection of lower prices, then I would be very hesitant to trade from this level, because that would mean that aggressive buyers are present and they're aggressively pushing the price upwards. So if there was a sharp rejection like this, what I would do is I would open up order flow when the price hits this zone and wait for strong confirmation on the order flow before taking a short. Or the other option, the more conservative option, is just skip the trade. All right, but let's hope that there'll be more price action here below this level, and then slow pullback, and then we can take it from there and hope for the best. All right, so that's for the euro dollar. Let me now switch over to the next chart with the next trading idea, and it will be on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. So this is the New Zealand dollar US dollar, and here is a very similar scenario as on the euro. We have a trend, and within the trend there's very significant heavy volume zone in here. This means that sellers who are pushing the price downwards in this downtrend were active here, adding to their short positions massively. So this is a very important level for those strong institutional sellers. And when there is a pullback to it, it's likely that they will want to push the price downwards from this level again. All right. This is also the trend setup, the same setup as I showed you on the euro. And here the resistance is at 0.6224. And again, what we need to do is just wait for the pullback, take it from there. Now also, very similarly as on the euro, we have that price action setup here, confirming the volume profile setup. There was a sharp rejection of this level in the past, which is telling us that it worked as a strong support in the past. Later, the price went past that support, and that turned the support into newly formed resistance. So again, we have volume profile setup and price action setup, both confirming this resistance, and that definitely adds strength to it. All right, so that's about the trend setup on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. And let me now switch over to another chart, which will be the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. And what I wanted to show you here was a resistance, but it seems that it is currently being tested. But still, let me show you, the resistance is in here, 0.6576. It is based on those massive volumes which were accumulated within this rotation. And after the rotation, you can see that that was a strong selling activity. This is telling us that those were most likely strong sellers accumulating their positions here and then pushing the price downwards. Now the price is making a pullback towards this level or towards this heavy volume zone, and it appears that the sellers are defending this zone, and they've already started to push the price downwards from there. A little bit sooner, a little bit before the level, but still, if I draw the line here, you can see that this is more or less the beginning of that heavy volume zone. Maybe the price will test that heavy volume zone properly and then go downwards, but I wouldn't be so sure about that. In case like this, when the price turns a little bit sooner and starts to make a reaction, what I do is I just discard the level, because this clearly looks like a reaction to that heavy volume zone which we have here, only the price reacted a little bit sooner. Okay, now the price made a pretty strong reaction, and that means that I won't be trading this short anymore because it is already tested. Alright, but just for educational purposes, I wanted to show you this resistance. The setup is called the volume accumulation setup because you see heavy volumes accumulated within a rotation, then that's followed by a trend. If it's downtrend, then you want to wait for a pullback and go short, because the downtrend is telling you that sellers were active here, building up their short positions, and when there's a pullback, there should be a reaction from those sellers defending their shorts, defending this zone, which is important for them. Like you saw right now in this reaction. Unfortunately, a little bit sooner, but especially in summer months, this happens quite often because markets sort of react a little bit sooner before the heavy volumes, before the supports and resistance zones. It's quite often like that during months with decreased volatility, like in summer, or also during Christmas holidays. So when you see a reaction like this, which occurs a little bit sooner, you just want to discard the level, or at least that's what I do. So it's about that. That's about the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. And there is one thing which I want to say before I wrap this video up. The thing is about the contest we had last time. The price of the contest were my custom-made indicators for TradingView platform. It's the volume profile indicator and the VWAP indicator. And right now on your screen, you see the name of the person who won those indicators in the contest. So congratulations to the winner. And what I'll do is I'll do another contest next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in the contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll upload on YouTube. And next week, I'll randomly pick one person from the comment section to win my custom-made indicators. Alright, so it's about that. It's about the contest and also about the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time in some next video, or if you decide to join our members area, then I'll see you there. Alright, so see you next time, and until then, happy trading.